Hi everybody, my name is Paula from the Real Polish Fanatic blog and jewelry by RPF. Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for stopping in and spending some of your day with me. I do appreciate you being here. Today I have the new Essie collaboration they did with Snow White. I hadn't bought Essie nail polish in a long time. It's been a long time for the most part, but I used to hate their brushes. They had these little skinny brushes that were just impossible to paint with, so I kind of quit buying them. But they've changed their brushes. I think it's probably been a couple of years now, and I would buy one here or there or something like that, but to actually buy a whole collection, I don't remember the last time I did it. It's been at least years. But anyway, they have an 8-piece collection now that they're doing in collaboration with Snow White. And I picked up all 8 of them. I bought mine at Ulta. I think there's probably other places you can find them, but Ulta had them on sale. I bought them either Friday or Saturday. I can't remember which. Today is Monday. So I either bought them Friday or Saturday, and I was gonna have them delivered, but if any of you have ever had nail polish delivered from Ulta, you will know what I'm talking about here. Ulta is not the best at packaging nail polish and shipping it out. I've had a couple of instances where it has come totally broken in the box because they may just throw the polish in the box with, you know, a little, one of those little pillow, inflatable pillow things that are supposed to cushion it, but they don't actually wrap the individual bottles, so they're all clinking around. Maybe they'll put your polishes in a plastic bag first, like all of them together in one plastic bag, and then throw it in the box with one of those little pillows. But I didn't really want to take a chance on that, and Ulta was having if you order online and pick up in store, you could get 5 times bonus points if you're one of their reward members. So I went ahead and did that. I ordered it online, and then I had it to be picked up at my local store. And I've never done that before, but that worked out really well. I think it was like 20 minutes later, I think I got an email saying your order's ready for pickup. I couldn't actually get there until today. So, but it's been ready for a couple of days, just sitting there waiting for me. So I went over today, got to Ulta, and picked up these 8 polishes. I swatched them up. I swatched them on a swatch wheel. I put some of them on my nails. I will have, after my goodbye in this video, I will insert a video of me applying these to my nails. It's hard applying nail polish to your nails on camera, I will tell you that. It's awkward angles, it's difficult, but I did it. And I also went outside and took a video of my nails outside in the sun and in the shade. So all of that will be after my goodbyes. I will attach that video. But yeah, this 8-piece collection with Essie collaborating with Snow White. We have a cream, we have a jelly, we have some shimmers, we have some glittery shimmers, a little bit more than a plain shimmer, has a little bit of sparks in there. And then there are 2 that they're calling special effects, and one is a really pretty gold that could probably be built up in about 3 coats maybe, if you don't mind visible nail line. Otherwise it makes a really pretty topper, and I will show you that. And then there is a pink also in the special effect portion that we will discuss when we get to it. But let's just go ahead. We're going to turn the camera around. We're going to take a look at this 8-piece Essie and Snow White collaboration collection. All right, here is my swatch wheel started with these 8 polishes. I have them over black. I have a special swatch wheel where I'm showing the toppers and some other little things to share with you. Let's just dive on in here. So up first, we have this one here. This one is called No Prints Needed. This one was described as a dusty pink with yellow and blue undertones. There it is, just a nice cream formula. Here's this one on me. This is just 2 coats, had an excellent formula. These all had really nice formulas. This is 2 coats with a glossy top coat. And to me, this is just like a pink tinged beige kind of a color. It's not really pink, not really beige. It's kind of right in the middle of them. Very nice neutral with an excellent formula. So let's take a look at this one on the swatch wheel. Here we have it. Here we have it in one coat. Look how, if you can see how nice and smooth and even that was in that first coat. Here it is in 2 coats, and this one is 3 coats with a matte top coat. Very, very nice. We'll go in here and put on a 3rd coat right here. Like I said, has an excellent formula. Just glides on very nicely. So here is no prints needed in 1 coat, 3 coats, and 3 coats matte. And then here's that one on me in just 2 coats. I think 2 coats is good. I don't see my nail line through it or anything, so I think 2 coats is quite nice. And that one, I did put these over black. None of them are wowing me too much over black. So here's that one. It's too opaque really to look good over the black. So that's that one though. Up next, we have this pretty red. Has a little bit of gold shimmer you can see there in the bottle. This one is called Just Take a Bite. And this one was described as a hypnotic deep red with blue undertones and fine red and gold pearls. They call them pearls. I call it shimmer. Very, very pretty. Had a great, great formula too. Here's that one on me in just 2 coats with a glossy top coat again. All of my nails are just 2 coats. I stopped there. So here it is in just 2 coats. This kind of blew me away when I put this on. It went on perfectly, but it's such a beautiful red. And then that kind of gold shimmer. It's not super in your face shimmer or anything, but you can tell that there's something going on there. It's not a flat cream. And yeah, it'll make you take a closer look for sure. It's just beautiful. And here's that one on the swatch wheel. Here we have it in 1 coat, 2 coats, and 3 coats matte. I think this swatch wheel kind of mattes up everything because some of these do dry down quite glossy, but I think this particular swatch wheel, I don't know if it's the material or what it is, but it's showing kind of everything matte when some of these really do dry on your nails glossy. But anyway, here is Just Take a Bite. 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats matte. Love it with that matte top coat. Look at that, just sort of glows. Very, very nice. We'll go in and put on a 3rd coat right here. Excellent, excellent formula. Just a beautiful, beautiful deep red, and then that shimmer just adds a little bit of interest. Like I said, it's not like in your face, you know, shifting colors or anything like that, but it's just a little interest, a little dimension, just beautiful. And here that is on me in just 2 coats and 3 coats there on the swatch wheel. Beautiful. And that one is Just Take a Bite. 1 coat, 3 coats, 3 coats matte. All right, up next is this beautiful kind of royal blue. This one is called Brave and True. And this one was described as a highly saturated, true mid-tone blue. I think this one, I consider this one to be jelly, a jelly formula, at least acrylic, but I think it's pretty jelly-like. Here it is on me. Again, this is just 2 coats. So this, again, the formula was fantastic. I can still see my nail line through these 2 coats, so a 3rd coat would maybe help with that, but I think the color depth and everything looks really nice here in just 2 coats with a glossy top coat. That's it on me. We'll take a look at the swatch wheel. Here we have it in 1 coat, 2 coats, and 3 coats matte. And again, Loving that matte top coat. Let me grab something dark here. Yeah, that's getting all the colors pretty accurate there. So 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats matte. Loving this one with that matte top coat. We'll go in and put on a 3rd coat here. Again, formula was excellent. Just glides on so smoothly. So here that is now. Here is Brave and True in 1 coat, 3 coats, and 3 coats matte. Such a fun look there. And it's this one right here on me in 2 coats. So like I said, you can still see your nail line, but this is just a beautiful, like royal, like a deep royal or kind of a lighter navy. Could kind of go either way, but I would consider it more royal blue. So pretty. And I didn't show you the last one. So this one over black, you can't even see. It's right here. I see nothing but black. And this was the red one right before it. And again, that just doesn't do all that much for me there over the black. It's so beautiful on its own. All right, up next we have a pretty metallic, a silver metallic. This one is called Reclaim the Mirror, and it was described as a brushed foil silver with warm copper undertones. There it is in the bottle, very nice. Here it is on me in just 2 coats. I did ding it as I was, like I said, painting these under the camera, and everything else was, it was challenging. So I did ding this one up a little bit, but there it is on me in just 2 coats with a glossy top coat. Very nice. I don't really see any brush strokes, or very few. So yeah, very nice, kind of a silvery metallic, but it does have that hint of, like, you can see it there in the bottle, kind of like a copper. It's really interesting color. And that one on the swatch wheel is right here. We have it in 1 coat, 2 coats, and 3 coats matte. Again, that's really fun with the matte top coat. I think this one is pretty nice just in 1 coat. You don't see too much of a difference there between 1 and 2 coats, but it has a really great formula. And we will go in and put on a 3rd coat. So this one does have a lot of brush strokes as you are applying it. So just in case they don't melt away as it dries, try and go as straight as you can to keep those brush strokes looking nice and straight. But they do pretty much dry down. So we'll take another look at this after it dries for a little bit and see how it's doing. But this here is Reclaim the Mirror in 1 coat, 3 coats, and 3 coats matte. Very, very nice. And that one on me is right here in just 2 coats with a ding. All right, and that one over black, again, not too much different between on its own there and over the black. Just to show you, there it is, 3 coats on its own and 1 coat over black. The black, I did put a coat of glossy top coat on that one, on all of them over the black. All right, up next we have kind of a little sparkly one here. Beautiful green for St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. This one is called Seize the Crown, and it was described as a deep emerald green with yellow undertones and green pearls, which again is just sort of like a shimmer. Look at that, so pretty. When I was painting this on, the first coat reminded me of like a grassy green, sort of like a pretty spring green, but it does build up pretty nicely to a nice emerald green there. There it is on me, 2 coats with a glossy top coat. Very nice. You can see some little sparkles shining through as you move your finger around a little bit. That seems pretty color accurate. Let me see what it looks like without that. That's a bit too dark, I think, with the black here. It's not quite that bright of a green. It's sort of in between the two. Let's see. That seems pretty close there. So that's just 2 coats with a glossy top coat. And on the swatch wheel, here we have it in 1 coat, 2 coats, and 3 coats matte again. Love that. With the matte top coat, we will go in here, put on a 3rd coat. In case you're like me and you haven't bought Essie's in a while, their brushes now are nice wide fan brushes. Very nice, very easy to work with. And here is that one now. Let me see. That seems pretty close there. Here it is in 1 coat, 3 coats, and 3 coats with that matte top coat. The matte top coat I used for all of these is this one here from Ribbits Stickets, and it is called Through the Frog. That's the matte top coat I used. So here is Seize the Crown in 1 coat, 3 coats, and 3 coats matte. I love this one, both glossy and matte. Very fun. And that one on me is right here in 2 coats. And over black, that's right here. I guess that does take away a lot of the green base and really lets the shimmer particles kind of shine through a little bit more. But not too much different between 3 coats on its own and 1 coat over black. And then up next we have this beautiful purple. I think this is my favorite, of course, because it is purple. Look at that shimmer in there. This one is called Tempted with Envy. And this one's described as a deep eggplant purple with red and blue undertones and glimmering pearls. Again, glimmering pearls is just shimmer. A little bit larger particle shimmer in this one. And that one on me is right here in 2 coats with a glossy top coat. I like this. It's that deep eggplant purple, and then it has all these lighter purple, little shimmery, glittery bits shining through. All right, and here's that one. Here we have it in 1 coat, 2 coats, and 3 coats matte. And again, that matte top coat really lets you kind of see, it really kind of makes it a little bit dusty, like the whole thing looks a little bit smoky, a little bit dusty, and then you get these kind of flashes of the lighter purple there, if you can see, but then it goes to really deep around the edges. Very pretty. We'll go in and put on a 3rd coat. Again, all of these had excellent, excellent formulas. No complaints there for any of them. There that is now in 1 coat, 3 coats, and 3 coats matte. Just beautiful. And that one is Tempted with Envy. 1 coat, 3 coats, 3 coats matte. And here it is on me in just 2 coats. Very nice. And that one over black, again, that takes away a lot of the base and just leaves these kind of lighter purple pearls, as Essie likes to call them. Very pretty. And there it is, 3 coats on its own, 1 coat over black. All right, we're up to the 2 special effect polishes from this collection. This first one is this beautiful gold. This one is called Good Things Glow. And this is described as a brilliant multi-dimensional gold pixel pearl. That's a complicated way of saying this is like a gold shimmer. That one on me is right here. This is just 2 coats. This is a very yellow gold, kind of almost like butterscotch kind of colored. This is just 2 coats, no base, well, just a regular, you know, clear base coat, but no color base or blurring base or anything. So this is it in just 2 coats with a glossy top coat. I can see my nail line. It's not quite as noticeable here to my eye. I can see it a little better on the camera, but out in the sun, it was a lot more prominent. But you can still build that up. Probably a 3rd coat would have really helped to hide that visible nail line, especially because this is very shiny and very blingy, very pretty. So this one, I only did 1 wheel for this one. This is it in just 1 coat, if you can see that. There it is, in just 1 coat. Right there. I will go in and put on a 2nd coat. Yeah, it does start to deepen that up very nicely. Adds in just so much more of those gold shimmer. Very nice. So that's it now in 2 coats. Here it is on me in 2 coats with a glossy top coat. All right, and then over black. That one is right here. So that looks pretty nice over black. Adds in that really, all that shimmer, just really makes it pop out. So what I did with this one, I took all of the colors from this collection, started here with that kind of beigey pink, to the red, to the royal, to the silver metallic, to the green, to the purple. And I put this golden top coat over top of it. So this was only just 1 coat of each of the colors, and then 1 coat of the top coat, or the I don't know if it's a top coat or whatever it is, the special effect Good Things Glow. So there it is, just 1 coat of color and then 1 coat of the golden top coat. And this looks very nice over all of these 3. Looks very fun over all 3 of those. You don't notice it too much. In person, I can see a little bit of like twinkles going on. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera or not, so it didn't do too much over that silver metallic. But then again, over the green and the purple. Very nice, very pretty. So there is this one over all the colors. Good Things Glow. From there to there, it's over all the colors. So definitely works as a topper. I think it would definitely work on its own, especially if I would have added that 3rd coat. I mean, I think it looks nice in 2 coats. If you don't mind your nail line showing, I think it looks very nice here in 2 coats. 3 coats would probably help a little bit more with that nail line showing through. All right, the last one we have to look at is another one of their special effects. This one here, this is called Fiercest of Them All. This one was described as a sheer purple with large red iridescent flaky pearls. All right, so here it is in the bottle. You can see some flakes in there maybe. Not a whole lot. There's a few flakes in there. So here it is in the bottle. Here it is on me in just 2 coats with a glossy top coat. So when I first started putting this on the swatch wheel, I was like, I can hardly see it. It did not do very much at all, but it built up pretty nicely here in 2 coats. I can definitely see my nail line through there, but it is better. My thoughts were, if I'm being honest, this polish is going to be a waste of time. That was my thought when I first put it on the swatch wheel. But it did build up nicely here. 2 coats with a glossy top coat. But then I wanted to see what else I could do. So on my thumb over here, I put it in 4 coats. So this one here still can totally see your nail line through it, but this is 4 coats. It did build up that color. You can see some of those flakes that they're talking about there. 4 coats with a glossy top coat. So that's what you get at 4 coats. And here it is in 2, just to kind of show you the difference. 4 on the thumb, 2 on the pinky. And on the swatch wheel, again, I just did 1 nail for this one. So this is it in 1 coat, just a very wash of kind of a pinky purple, and then you can, those little, they look kind of like shreds, like flaky shred kind of things. They might even be some bar glitter or something. I'm not exactly sure what's making it up, but you can see them sort of twinkle through there. So that's kind of fun. Let's go in and we're gonna put on a second coat here on the wheel. So yeah, that builds it up a little bit. It seems to be in like a jelly base, and it's got all these little twinkly bits coming through. So here it is in 2 coats now. So yeah, that's kind of nice, a nice, soft, delicate, kind of orchid pink sort of a color. Here it is on me in 2 coats, so it looks a little bit deeper on the nail than on, you know, this natural swatch wheel. So yeah, not too bad. And then here it is in, let's see if I can get all this stuff here. 4 coats. 4 coats on the thumb, 2 on the pinky, 2 on the swatch wheel there. All right, so then I did the similar thing as I did with the gold topper, and I took all the colors that are in this collection. I have to see where I started. I painted 1 coat of all the colors in this collection, and then I put 1 coat of Fiercest of Them All. Truthfully, I can't even see it on any of these hardly. So this is it over that beigey pink. I guess I can see some of the flakes. I don't know if you can even see it, but it really is not adding anything to any of these. Here it is over the red. Here it is over that pretty royal blue. This one did add in some pink shimmer to it, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, can't see it at all over the silver. Over the green, again, it's adding in like a pink shimmer in some of those flaky bits, but not too impressed. And then here over the purple, again, it kind of hid what was in the purple to begin with and did cover it up with its own pink shimmer, and then just a few of those flaky bits. So, not too impressed with this one, but it's okay. It's all right on its own. Here it is in 1 coat over black again. You can see as I was painting all this, my thought of this polish is a waste of time, but it built up nicely, and it's not too bad here over the black. It adds in, you can see all those little shimmer bits sparkling there, a couple of the bigger flaky things. So yeah, I take back my it's a total waste of time to, I'm not sure I would ever wear this, but it's a nice polish. So there it is on me. 4 coats on the thumb, 2 coats on the pinky, and there it is in 2 coats on the swatch wheel. Fiercest of Them All. So then I wanted to do one more thing, because I had more spots here on this other swatch wheel where I put the gold topper, and then I put the Fiercest of Them All here. So I took, what I did is I took the silver metallic, and I painted that on all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these 6. And then I took each of the colors and put it over. My thought process was the silver metallic maybe would kind of brighten it up and liven them up a little bit. So, and it did for some of them. So here it is with that first one, the No Prints Needed, that kind of beigey pink. Here's that with, it's 1 coat of the silver with 1 coat of the color over top, and then a glossy top coat. So here's that. It really does brighten up this red. Let's see if we take a look at, see if it seems any brighter. I'm gonna put a glossy top coat on this swatch wheel, because like I said, I think this one is dulling it up. So let me really quickly put top coat on the 3, the nails with the 3 coats. That purple is really pretty. And I'll go ahead and put it over these two. All right. So back to the other swatch wheel where I put the silver down first and then each of the colors. So here's that pinky taupe, and then here's that beautiful red with one coat over the silver. I really like the royal blue with one coat over the silver. That really, because this is more of a jelly formula, which if you put jellies over silver metallics, it does give it kind of a fun, different look. So I really am liking that one. Here's that green, which is Seize the Crown, one coat of the green over one coat of the silver. And then the purple, Tempted with Envy, one coat of that over the silver. And then this is just the silver on its own in one coat. Very nice in one coat. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of see if it would brighten these up at all or if it doesn't really make too much difference. That one doesn't make too much difference. This is a cream and it is quite opaque, as you can see here, in just one coat. So that didn't make a whole lot of difference. I think the red kind of, it sort of brightened it up and deepened it up a little bit or something. It's just a very little minute difference really between the 3 coats on its own and then that one coat over silver. And then this is where I think the biggest change or the biggest difference is between 3 coats there on its own on the left and then one coat over the silver. See how it's just a little bit brighter? It has like this kind of shimmer underneath of it or something. That's really fun. Try that. If you have a silver metallic, try putting jelly polishes over the top of it. It really can change the look of them. So this one also is a bit of a jelly base. This green, which is Seize the Crown. So there it is, 3 coats on its own, and then the one coat over silver. Once again, it just brightens it up and just gives it a little bit of a different look. So that's kind of fun. And then the purple, which was Tempted with Envy, 3 coats on its own, and then that one coat over the silver. Again, just a little bit brighter, a little bit more fun. You do lose some of the sparkle. Like I'm not seeing as much like in this one where it is all by itself. I'm seeing a lot more sparkle. And over the silver, you kind of lose that sparkle, but you get this kind of brightness. Really fun. Just something I wanted to try out. So here is the 8-piece Essie and Snow White collaboration. Is this giving you Snow White vibes? Any of these colors? I think it's pretty nice. It's a good collection. I think it gives me Snow White vibes for sure. The names are fun. They go with the Snow White theme. There's those 2 special effect polishes. Here's one more look of these on me. Like I said, after my goodbye, I'll put in a video of me applying these on my nails. So this is all just 2 coats with a glossy top coat. There are the first 4. Here are the second 4. Very nice. All of these had excellent formulas. Yeah, really happy with this whole purchase. The only one I'm not sure of is this one, but I think it's even growing on me a little bit. It's nice. It's fine. But yeah, otherwise, really fun. My favorites are the purple and the green. I love both of those, and this blue and the red and the gold. All right, so the ones that I don't like as much, I'm just not a really big metallic wearer. So this one, which is Reclaim the, what is that? Reclaim the Mirror. It's a very nice polish, and if you like metallics, it's awesome. But I'm just not a big metallic polish wearer. And this also is a very nice polish. This one is No Prints Needed. Excellent, excellent formula. If you like these, if you work in a bit of a more conservative workplace, this is an excellent one to pick up because formula was top notch, and it is a very nice color, just, you know, a little boring for me. Love those 2. I like that one. This one is growing on me. It's all right. But yeah, there they are. So I'm going to, now that this swatch wheel has all been painted in 1 coat, 3 coats, and 3 coats matte for the most part, I'm going to take this outside in the sun and the shade And I will insert a video right here of that so you can see what it looks like on the swatch wheel out in the sun and the shade. And then after my goodbye, I'll have a video of me applying these to my natural nails. And I also took my nails outside in the sun and the shade. So you'll see it both on the swatch wheel now and later. If you stick around after my goodbyes, you can see it on my nails also out in the natural light. All right, so that was the swatch wheel out in the sun. What did y'all think of that? This is a nice collection. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. Is it giving you Snow White vibes? This red for the apple, very nice. Very good collection. Awesome formulas. Cannot complain at all about the formulas of any of them. And even this silver, I said we would take another look at it to see if it was brush strokey, and then I forgot when the camera was turned around. But yeah, no, I don't see any brush strokes, or very minimal brush strokes. So yeah, here it is, 3 coats with a glossy top coat. Yeah, very happy with this purchase. There they all are on my nails, you can see. Very nice. Let me know in the comments which were your favorites. Have you picked up this collection, or do you have any plans to look for it? Like I said, I got mine at Ulta. I'm sure it is in all sorts of places where Essie is sold. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Let me know in the comments what you think, which were your favorites. Anything else that's on your mind, I would love to hear from you in the comments and interact with you down there. If you're new here and you think you would like my videos, I would love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button, leaving me a comment, and liking the video. Liking the video always helps with algorithms, all that good stuff, get me seen. But that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for stopping in, spending some of your day with me, and I'm just gonna say goodbye for now. Stay tuned to see me applying these on my nails. It's a bit of a mess, but I think I did an okay job for the awkwardness of it. Goodbye for now.